Hey coconuts, it's me again, your friendly neighborhood princess cat. And today I've gotten a community request to discuss attacking, kind of like an attacking 101. What is the checklist that you want to use? You know, we've been talking about this in my alliance quite a lot recently, trying to build up our attackers and getting people more comfortable and friendly with doing PvP. I've gotten a lot of requests to do a video on defending and trapping, which will be coming shortly. So I promise you I'm working on one. I've been doing a lot of testing with rallies and solo hits and tweaking things and a lot, discussing a lot of things in various trap groups. And I feel like I'm finally to the point where I could give you guys some really good information for those of you that are looking to build a more defensive empire. However, that's not what this is about. This is about attacking 101. So this is going to be specifically for people. I'm not going into what research you want and what building enhancements you want, because that's just a whole different video. So this is going to be for people that feel like their stats are pretty adequate for what they're looking for. Their gear is adequate for what they're wanting to do, and they're just really wanting to start spreading their wings and getting out there and trying to do the PvP so that they could, put their theories and hopes into action and results and learn from it as they're growing. There's a couple safe ways to do this. If you have a half decent kingdom, you have PvP events that occur Friday through Sunday. Just shout out in the kingdom, is there anybody that would take a test hit? And put a requirement on it, because you will get the smart Alex that come at you and be like, I'll take the hit. And then you click on them and they're like 175 billion. So you want to get a hit where you could at least have a potential to get results and reports back, or that you're friendly enough with someone that they could line you their side of the reports if you do happen to get capped, so that you can learn what you could do better. Another good way to do it outside of PvP events is on the tail end of Blood Moon. Once the Blood Moon event is over, you could always port back in. If you're not the winning kingdom, you could still port back in. You just can't shield. If someone is hit, it only costs them food and days, speeds, to revive. And so you get a lot of people that are willing to take their hits because they're not giving up points for the kingdom at that point. Blood Moon, the event itself, is actually over. You're the only one that's actually expending any herbs. But again, I would put on a requirement, is there anybody under 20 billion that would take a hit? Is there anybody, under 40 billion that would take a hit? Now, things that I've done to prepare for attacking is, one, I have a preset for a Lord skill in every troop type, plus one for rally size. So if you come into your Lord skills, I have one for calves, one for infantry, one for archer, and then one for rally. When you're doing them for rallies, all you have to do is have your rally Lord skill assigned, you set your rally, and then immediately go and you can change it to whatever troop type you're sending, so you don't forget and you just send off in the rally skill. Not that I've done that like 4 times. After that, you can go into your heroes. Now, what I've done with my heroes, and I feel like most people have a fairly good assortment of them, is that I've separated my heroes to each specific troop types. This allows for several things. One, you don't have to worry about retrading them if you're changing their gear set. 2, you don't have to worry about switching out their runes, because that's super costly to do. Now, for infantry, I use him because I'm an infantry base. I sometimes use him for defense. So I don't have leverage runes on him because, well, finding a cav base is super difficult anyway. I don't think I have to worry about hitting someone with cav. Hitting someone with a defensive cav, I should say that. So I don't have leverage skills or leverage runes on him. I have HP and attack runes on him because, again, I do also use him for defending. Otherwise, I have leverage runes on my cavalry and archery heroes. And that's because your leverage runes are going to do far more damage than your attack runes or any other plus 15 runes would do. That is assuming you're hitting the correct troop type, however. So if I use her and I end up hitting someone who is also an archery base, those leverage runes are going to do nothing for me. After that, I then would also check my auras. So if I'm going to get ready to hit someone, and let's say I know they're infantry base, so I'm using my archer, what I would prefer to do, and if I had them, was to use my dark power infantry aura, because that's going to take 87 points off of each of their troops' base HP. Each of their infantry troop. If I don't know that they're infantry, or if I don't have any dark auras available, then I would just use a mighty rune or a regular rune for the troop type that I'm sending. So if I'm using her and I'm sending with archers, I'd pop over to archers and I would use the appropriate aura to help my attack of the troops that I'm sending. After that, I would go into buffs. And I would appoint all the boosts that I want and need to. And also debuffs. And then if it's going to be a rally, I would pop over to the rally and just start adding up all those buffs as well. Once those are all running, I am now officially ready for my attack. Now, if I attack and they burn, I'm going to 1-on-1 test to see who would win on points. Because I'm most concerned with if we were in a PvP event, if this was Invasion, if this was in Blood Moon, am I going to come out point positive? If the answer is no, or even if the answer is yes, but I didn't do as well as I think I should have, what are my areas where I can improve based on the defense that they were using? If I get capped, then what I would like to do, theoretically, is use a hero suicide. You could do one of three things. You can either, 1, wait for them to release your hero, or I guess potentially 4. Wait for them to release your hero, wait for someone else to hit them to release your hero, wait for them to execute your hero, or you can use a hero suicide, which is not going to put you on their execution list, so a lot of people like to do that. You can get hero suicides in various packs. You can also get them in your VIP shop. They cost 20,000 gold. So you go into VIP, go into the little war dude, and you're going to find them there, and you can get 1 a day. Now, if you're hitting someone during a friendly PvP exchange or in Blood Moon, usually you don't have to worry about needing any of that. Now, that's your basic gist for getting yourself prepared and ready to enter into a PvP match with someone or PvP encounter with someone. Now, this video could get super complicated, and again, it's a whole nother session of videos as to how you figure out what troop type someone is and what their gears are and what do you want to send to match theirs. There really is no solid, black and white answer to it. It all depends on what gear you have, what gear they have, what troops they have, what their individual stats and research is, what your deputies' percents are going to be carrying over to your stats. If it's a rally, what unity buffs that you can get in. A lot of people are mixing up their gear type, particularly on their second accessory. So maybe you want to use Majestic, but you want a Dark Lord piece on your second accessory, or vice versa. Or you want to put a level 40 gear troop type in there to hit harder against T1, T2s. That's a super convoluted discussion that I'm not prepared to attack in this video. So this is something that's just going to be what could build up your confidence and get you used to attacking other people and get you that experience that you need before you start looking into those harder questions. So I hope this answers any questions that you guys had. At least, like I said, as you start to spread your wings and get more comfortable with attacking, you could also use Golden Moon as an opportunity to attack people. If you won't get reports on their end, but you will be able to attack and not have to worry about, spending herbs or whatnot. Everything's replaced as soon as you get back from Golden Moon. Drop me a like and a comment if you're feeling frisky. You can check out our website at www.ironthroneelite.com. And until next time.